Well, here we are, back on channeling and stranger things. And as you know, I am Penny Dix, and I'm an astrologer and a channeler. And Sarah, who was very much part of this channel, has stepped away for the time being as she has projects that she wishes to pursue. And I'm sure you'll all join me in wishing her well on her new path. You never know, she might be back. I don't know. I'm sure she'll pop up somewhere. But remember, if you do want to contact her for hypnotherapy or for a chat, you can find all her contact details still in the description box of Channeling and Stranger Things. But today, I have the first of what's going to hopefully be a series of interviews with, today we have the lovely Charlotte Dimek. And Charlotte is a Reiki master. She is a spiritual guru teacher, and she is also an expert in Feng Shui. So one of the main topic I thought would be lovely to pick Sarah's brains about today is Feng Shui. So Sarah, oh, well, I've done it again, haven't I? But I'll just explain to everybody. This is our second take, and I'm obviously so used to saying Sarah that what I've done is called Charlotte Sarah. Well,
It's
at least,
okay.
Sarah, if you're watching, you know you're missed.
You see, you missed, Sarah. Yeah.
So, Charlotte, over to you. Please, will you tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we will proceed in our interview.
Okay. Okay. First of all, thank you, Penny, for asking me to come on. It's always a pleasure to see you and to talk to you. And yeah, so I am my
Who are
passion
you?
is energy.
Who are
Well,
you?
I'm Charlotte. I'm English. I'm half Maltese. I'm half Irish. I moved to Malta many moons ago, and my passion is energy. So I started off with Reiki, which I do, and I love it, energy healing. And then I moved on to the next logical step for me, which was energy healing of the home, bringing the home into alignment with our energies. And so that's why I studied Feng Shui, and it really is a magical healing modality, which I'm surprised by everything all the time. I never lose my wonder with it all, which is amazing. I'm always in awe of all the healing modalities that I've ever used, no matter how many times I see it working, no matter how many times I see the wonder of it all, I'm still in awe of it, so it's beautiful. It's really beautiful.
So did you find Feng Shui, or did Feng Shui find you?
I think it found me. Yeah. I think everything finds you when you're ready for it, when you're open to receiving, and you're open to receiving that guidance, it will find you when the time is right. So divine timing comes into everything. So this is it, and it doesn't end here, because there are more things I'm being called to now. But we'll talk about that maybe.
Oh yeah. Ooh, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
We'll talk about those in a minute.
Yeah.
So let's start with the basics. What is Feng Shui? How can it help? What can it help? And what do you have to actually be present in someone's home?
Well, first of all,
What's
what can it help? It can help everything. Every part of your life can be healed with Feng Shui. I mean it. It's unbelievable, okay? And another part of that is that, no, I don't need to be in your home. I can do this across the waters, so I can do distance Feng Shui. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. So what else? What was another question there? Feng Shui just heals every part of your life.
Yeah, because Feng Shui, you mentioned something at the beginning when we were having our sort of pre-record amble and chat, that it's not interior design.
Oh, it is absolutely not interior design. And I really want to get this message across, because because I understand that if people think that it's has anything to do with interior design, they may be resistant and reluctant to have a feng shui consultant come in or talk about their home, because everyone has their own tastes and likes and dislikes, and they may think I'm just going to come in and tell them to move this and put that there and whatever, and move that and change their tastes. But the thing is, I don't know whether you can see my home behind me.
I can, yes.
I'm quite eclectic, and so I have a lot of stuff, okay, which is technically not very feng shui, if you like, but I'm not going to change my taste. I love things around me, okay? But then if I go into another home who their tastes are minimalist, that's fine too. So feng shui is fantastic because it works with all styles and all tastes, and it's not about moving furniture around. Although there is an element to that, but for instance, just to give you an example, in feng shui we like the bed to face the door, not completely in front of the door, but we like to face the door. Now, in my bedroom, it's not possible. It's not possible. Yeah. And I know in your bedroom, it's not possible either. So what do we do? Does that mean, okay, that's finished now, we can't do it here? No, we have to counteract that. How do we do that? By placing a small mirror, symbolically almost, on the other wall, so that we can see the door from our bed. Okay.
Oh, wow.
So this is, these are the sort of little things that we can do in feng shui to counteract a situation where we cannot move, we cannot move that piece of furniture.
I don't think you saw my bedroom since I changed it round, because I know you came and you wanted to make it more receptive to me having someone else in the bedroom with me. Let's put it that way. Yes, it worked. Yeah. And interestingly, and you're probably aware, I'm in the process of selling my apartment at the moment.
Right, yeah.
And it's amazing how the energy of my bedroom has completely changed since I moved my bed to the wall opposite the door, but not directly opposite the door. So that opposite the end of the bed is a big mirror. Don't worry, guys. I don't sit there and look at myself. I can't actually see myself in the bed.
Right, yeah. That's good. That's also another feng shui thing. We don't want the mirrors. We don't, as we have mirrors in the bedroom, but if we're lying in bed and we can actually see ourselves, then that's not feng shui. It's not very good. It's not very healthy for that. But anyway,
I think I would find that a bit creepy if I could see myself in bed. And also, it's not a time when I'm looking at my best.
Yeah.
So, I'll probably go, oh my God, who's that?
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Yeah.
And what's so funny is when I changed the room round, because I just had a feeling that the energy would shift in the apartment if I changed the furniture around in the bedroom, and may help in the process of when people come into view, they may get the same feeling that I'm getting with the bedroom now, which is, I like this. The problem is I like it so much, I don't want to leave the bedroom. Now, if I want to move, that's not particularly helpful, is it?
No, it's not. It's really not. Oh, I know. Yeah. I know there are lots of feng shui tips also for when you're selling a property and everything when you're moving. But we can go over those later on. But
what are the main points? What are the main points, Charlotte, that we have to?
So it is feng shui is 5,000 years old, and it comes from China. Wow. It's one of the most important. It's one of the most important healing modalities out there. So we have, we've got acupuncture, we have feng shui, Reiki, and a couple of others. Yeah.
Does it fit in with sacred geometry? You know, where they build hospitals
Mm,
and
yeah,
office buildings with this, is it sacred geometry I'm
sacred
thinking of?
geometry.
Yes.
Not particularly, but I mean, the sacred geometry, everything is in alignment, right? The sacred geometry is symmetrical. And that sort of thing we need in the main bedroom. We need it to be symmetrical. So we need it to be equal. So the bedside cabinets need to be equal. If you have a lamp on one, we need the same size lamp on the other. And why are we doing that? Because we are creating equality in the bedroom. Okay. Now, I've got to tell you, Penny, I've got to say that because this is amazing and it's from my own experience. So I have a wonderful husband and he really is lovely and we get on so well.
Yes, I've met him. I can attest to that.
He's Mexican. Ole.
Yeah.
So and we've been together for about 15 years. And in my other apartment, when we were in our other home, our relationship took a bit of a slump, you know, and you sort of all things go through your mind as normal after a few years and whatever. But it really was, there was sort of this irritation with us and everything. Anyway, we moved and I started studying Feng Shui and I realized, oh my God, that bedroom in that apartment was everything you should not do in Feng Shui. Everything.
Wow.
It was a nice bedroom, but I had my bedside cabinet were two different pieces of furniture. And they were beautiful and everything, but it was no good. I also had I hope you haven't got it, I don't know, a ceiling fan.
No, I haven't got one of those, no.
It cuts the energy. And then there are beams also cut the energy and couples and whatever. And also, all my paintings in the bedroom were of single women. Now, what message am I giving out to the universe when I do something like that? So, excitedly, I changed my room up here in this home, and we're like young lovers again. Honest to God, you know, it's so lovely. We giggle, we have a really lovely relationship, we're very close. I love being in his company all the time. You know,
on an energetic level,
yeah.
You were pushing him away.
I was, yeah.
But you didn't realize you were.
I had no idea. And most of us don't have an idea of what we do to ourselves. Now, I still have those paintings of the single women, the women on their own, because they are beautiful paintings. It's not like I can get rid of them. But I've counteracted them with putting pictures of David and I in the corner or behind it, right? So we don't, some things with Feng Shui, we don't have to see it. It doesn't have to be, right? So it's just there. It's okay. And another thing, so our relationship has really, you know, the fire has been ignited again. You know, and yes, I know.
Mexican passion.
Exciting, yeah. So it's really lovely. But we do this so often in our homes. We create the space which isn't supportive to what our dreams, our goals are, and that is. And you know, like, you know that when you're doing, you know, your the charts for your clients and everything, you can tell them everything. But if they are not aligned with that, what could happen, the most probable outcome.
Yes.
So then things change.
Yes, because you have to be on the same frequency as that which you wish to manifest.
Right.
And so, you know, going back, say, to my bedroom, I'm getting used to my bedroom now, and I think I'm ready to let it go. But I think I had to go through the process of going, oh, I really like this bedroom. This is really nice now. And now I can get beyond that to the point where I can say, okay, I can let it go. But it is about frequency, and which I'm thinking about with tying in astrology with Feng Shui. Is there a correlation between astrology and Feng Shui?
Little bits and pieces. So some of it is just symbolic. But for instance, we have yearly we have something which is called the Tai Su, which is the placement of Jupiter, which is the biggest planet. Am I right? That's the biggest
Well,
planet.
it is in Vedic astrology.
Okay. Oh, right. Okay. Okay.
So it
So,
and I
yeah.
don't know about Chinese astrology. I don't know enough about it. So,
Okay.
but that's interesting. So, and I mean,
Right.
Jupiter is a very powerful, magnanimous, kind of beneficial. It's known as the Great Benefic.
Oh, right. Okay. So in Feng
Mm.
Shui, it's called the Grand Duke. Okay. So, however, we have to show so much reverence to the Grand Duke. So the Grand Duke this year sits in that side of my home, east southeast. Okay. But bordering there, right? So I have to be very respectful of that area. So I don't want loud noises. If you have any doors in that area, well, in my area,
I've got my television.
Yeah. Okay, the television's okay. You just just have it blaring or anything. We need to. No, I don't want to slam doors over there. I want to be, and also I don't want to face him because facing the Grand Duke is confrontational. So I want sitting with my back to him is good. Now, usually in Feng Shui for an office, this is my working area. It's better that I have a wall behind me because the wall is mountain and the wall is supportive. But in my home, it's very difficult for me to do
These
that.
homes are difficult,
right? Yeah. So what I could do is have a chair like yours is perfect.
Ah, I see, with a high back.
Yeah, that's
so
a high
you're
back.
supported.
I don't even have that at the moment. But yes, but that's
yourself to one.
Yeah, I do. But you also have the wall behind you, so you're okay.
Yes.
So that is supportive. So anyway, getting back to the Grand Duke, I don't want to confront him. So I have my back to him, it's almost like, okay.
But isn't that rude?
No, not with the Grand Duke. He'll see anyone facing him is looking for a fight.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I also, it's not wise to do any construction work in that area of the home for this year. Okay. Now it changes every year. And, like, of course, there are people doing construction all the time. And again, don't worry about it. If you have to do it, it's okay. There are other ways we can appease the Grand Duke. So I have my wooden chimes out there, 2 dragon wooden chimes hanging outside, and that appeases him. Okay. So then we have the 3 killings, and the 3 killings are, well, it's not exactly to do with Mars and Saturn, but it is if I upset Mars or if I upset Saturn, I'm creating chaos.
Yes.
Okay? So when Saturn is in play, as much as I understand with astrology, when he's in play, I need to go with the flow with him. I need to not resist Saturn. If he wants me to slow down, then slow down, right?
And it's the same in astrology. So, that is absolutely how one suggests people behave around transits involving Saturn. And Saturn has just moved back into Pisces retrograde. So it's interesting you were saying go with the flow because it's moved back into a water sign. So it's going to be there for about 5 months.
Right. Okay. So now coming into conflict, trying to fight these energies like Saturn and Mars can create chaos in that area of the home. This year it falls in the south of my home. Please understand that every home is different. Just because mine is in these areas doesn't mean yours are, because yours depend on the year of construction. Everybody's it depends on the year of construction, because that is like your
birth chart.
Yeah,
it is. It's the birth chart of the building, isn't it?
Of the building. That's it.
Wow.
So that's why, and we have what is called in Feng Shui the flying stars. So the flying stars are the placements of energy within each part of that home. So the home is split up into 9 areas. It's called the Bagua map. And with the flying stars, which are calculated one on your compass, the facing of your home and the sitting of your home, and the year of construction, and then the year that we're in. So there's a lot going on there, right?
So numerology comes
Yes,
into it.
yes,
Mhm.
because there are some numbers, and there are cycles in Feng Shui. So the cycles are like every 20 years. So there are some numbers that are really, really good, and there are some numbers that are really, really bad. So at the moment, the number 5 is not a good number in Feng Shui. So we need to neutralize it straight away. And we usually neutralize that with fire. So now I just mentioned fire because there are the elements in Feng Shui that we have to work with, which is, fire, earth, water, wood, and metal.
Right.
Okay.
And that
Yeah.
brings in Chinese astrology a bit, doesn't it?
Right.
Because that's
It
very
is
much
Chinese, yeah.
like I'm a wood sheep or something. That's my.
Are you right? Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's good. I mean, look, this year is the year of the wood snake,
Yes.
right? In Chinese astrology, which means that there's a lot of transformation. The snake is shedding its skin,
I think we can
and
see that in the world.
right? Oh my God, so much personal transformation as well. Lots of changes that we're going through. And listen, the most vulnerable time for a snake is when it's changing its skin. But if it doesn't change its skin, it's going to die. Okay. So it hasn't been easy for us. And when it has its new skin, it's stronger and better. But obviously, that transition period is awful. It's the most vulnerable time. And that's what we've been going through. Many people, so many of my clients are suffering from this. And me too. Going through so many different, and I'm thinking, my God, how much skin there is to get rid of. And I just get, but it's the wood snake. So wood is about growth, and it's steady. So it's not, a growth pill, but wood grows, it's steady. So there's a lot of growth that has come this year, a lot of growth, a lot of understanding, a lot of realizations, personal realizations. And so, yes, there's a lot of growth. It's been a good year for healing. Okay, as long as we're aligned with that. Next year is the year of the fire horse. So that can be quite chaotic unless we know how to navigate that energy. And what you and I do when we do these charts and everything is, and I really believe that pre-warned is pre-armed.
Yes.
When we know, for instance, that a retrograde is coming in, we're pre-warned so we can pre-arm ourselves, to steady ourselves, to work with that energy instead of, opposing it, right?
Yeah.
And it's the same in Feng Shui. When we know what is coming in or what areas of the house we need to correct or align with, then things change. Then we can work towards that, because we need to be aligned with what we see in our future. If we are not aligned with that higher self, if we are not aligned with our goals and our dreams, it's not going to happen, or it's going to happen, but it's going to take much longer. So let's get in line.
It is the getting on the right frequency.
It is absolutely. We need to get on the right frequency.
And there's so much more work being done now. And I've noticed there's a lot of new people showing up on places like YouTube who are really going very deeply into the importance of being on the right frequency. That it's not just about doing a vision board or such thing. It's actually because you somehow, and it's very difficult, isn't it, to describe it, because you just have to, it's almost like you have to shift a timeline. You have to shift onto the frequency where XYZ will unfold.
Yes, and it's so exciting because we can do that. We can do that with visualization. Look, Feng Shui, what it did for me, I've had Feng Shui in my house, since 2024, the beginning of 2024. Okay. And since then, after 42 years, folks, I gave up smoking, right? I have also, it was like I was a dedicated smoker. There's no way.
Wow, well done you.
Right? Okay. And I lost 12 kilos. And okay, so the thing is that um, Feng Shui, like Reiki, it knows what it needs to do for you first. You can say, okay, I want Feng Shui because I want to have the love of my life enter, or because I want to be wealthy and whatever. But Feng Shui says, okay, hold on a second. I can't bring you love until you heal your self-worth. So let me work on that first. Okay. So in my case, it worked on my relationships, both my husband, my children, and also it got rid of people that I were not aligned with. I was
Yes.
not aligned with.
That's a
That's what
lovely way to put it. Yeah.
yeah. So it got rid of that. So it cleared the road for me, cleared my path, right? It also took care of my health, you know. So I'm on this real health regime, and and so that's what it wanted to do for me first. Now it's working on different areas. So remember, there are 9 areas in the home, and the center of your home is represents your health, your mental and your physical health. Okay,
Okay.
so you need to keep it clear, clean, clutter-free, right? And all that. Okay, so that's your health. And then we have your finances, which is in the southeast of the home. Okay, so we also need to keep that clear. I mean, keeping it clear and clutter-free is across the board, to be honest. But I mean, but it makes a massive difference. A lady I did Feng Shui for, she had terrible arthritis in her hands. And shortly after I did everything in her home for Feng Shui, she and put all the remedies, they're called remedies when we put them into the home. The swelling in her hands went down. She said, I can't believe it. I'm just like, even my children have noticed, Mom, your hands aren't swollen like, usual. And also, oh my God, some things I can't say on camera, but anyway,
No,
never
no,
mind.
no, I know. Yes, 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 yes. I
Yeah,
think we get the
yeah,
gist of it.
yeah,
That
yeah,
is very interesting.
yeah,
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 I like that. I like
yeah.
that. What about in my case, totally bringing it all back to me, in wanting to move home? If there are people that want to move home and their property isn't shifting or for whatever
Mhm.
reason, what can you do to actually help that?
Well, first of all, you said it yourself. You know
Mm.
it already, that you suddenly had found this new love affair with your bedroom. Okay,
Oh, I see. Oh,
right.
right.
Okay. So it's
Yes.
no use saying one thing in the morning,
Mm.
like, "Oh, I really want to move to England." Oh,
Mm.
sorry. Or anywhere. Sorry,
No, that's
sorry.
fine. You can say that.
Yeah.
No. Mm.
And then in the afternoon or evening thinking, oh, you know what, I really love it here. It's so nice and comfortable, right? Because we're sending out mixed
Yeah.
messages. And
Yeah.
honestly, it's exactly what I did a few years ago. I was
Right.
hell bent on moving back to England, selling
Mm.
up, moving back to England. So I was really sure of it. And then in the afternoons and evenings, I'd be like, what am I doing? Why do I want to do that? Would I want to start all over again and my
Mm.
family are here and everything, whatever? And so I
Mm.
was sending out mixed messages. And my
Yeah.
property didn't sell. It took 2 years to sell. And that's
Wow.
because I was sending out mixed messages. So we need to be aligned with what we want for
Yeah.
our future. So another thing that I can tell you, Penny, is that I, before I stopped smoking, I saw myself as a non-smoker for 9 months. Like I really believed it. I said, I see myself as a non-smoker. I am a non-smoker. I really believe it. I can see it. And then I stopped overnight. I
Mm.
stopped. Okay,
Yeah.
the time was right. And then also about losing weight. Now I went through the menopause. I put on loads of weight, and I couldn't drop it. It just wouldn't budge. In fact, the more exercise I did, the bigger I blub, blub,
I
blub, just,
know.
it's unbelievable. So, but then I started visualizing myself as the person I want to be, and what will I look like losing that weight and everything. I mean, I've got a way to go, but I'm
Mm.
getting. you know? And so you've got to visualize yourself also. That's one thing, okay? For what you want in your future. And you've got to align yourself with that, okay? Because if you're asking for something that you don't really believe in, that might be bad. Right? But yeah, as far as
I think I've gone through a lot of the process, and I think for anyone who is going through big life changes, there is a kind of tuning into it and a tuning out as you look at all the options and eventually get to the point where you know which side of the fence you're falling, in a sense. And actually, interestingly, it's about 9 months now. Of course,
Okay.
that's gestation, isn't it?
Yes, it is. That's
So,
absolutely.
and I do feel now that my heart is in England,
Okay, perfect.
and I can create a beautiful home there
Yeah,
with your
absolutely.
help.
Of course you can. Oh, and I will absolutely do that. I would be so happy to do that.
Oh, I'd
You know,
love you to. Oh no, I
yeah,
shall definitely get your
yeah.
help on that.
But you can one is you've got to make sure that you are getting ready now so that you declutter. So
Done it.
you've done that already?
Done it.
Perfect. So this is okay. So this is a general message for anyone who's moving.
Yes.
Okay. So stop, declutter, first of all. It's important in every aspect of your life. But now you're doing it with a goal in mind. Okay. The goal in mind is to move. So now we want to, this is difficult. What would be the most difficult thing for me, because it's in this transit period
Transition
period.
period.
So you need to depersonalize your home. So we start taking the removing. You've done that as well?
All the photos.
Okay, perfect.
They've all gone.
Okay.
I mean, they've been put in a box and put away.
Okay, perfect.
To transport.
Right. Okay. So now we need a very Feng Shui a symbol of moving and selling is the galloping horses. So ideally you would have a brass statue of galloping horses and you face it towards the front door.
Right.
That's not that easy to get a hold of.
No.
So you see how adaptable Feng Shui is. We can print out a picture of galloping horses. Print out a picture of galloping horses. You can write an intention on the back of it. You know, it's my intention to sell this property at, you know, the best possible price or at the asking price and to move to England or anywhere you're going. And you can write that on the back of it and you face it towards the door.
Right.
Fix on the wall, facing the door. We're getting ready to leave. We're galloping out of here, okay? So that is a very Feng Shui tip to do. So as long as you are really, really aligned yourself with the idea of doing this, you know, then it's very good. What else can you do? You can, so the south of your apartment is how you shine your light, okay? Is how you present yourself to the world. So you can, and it's a good area to put up your certificates, for instance, in that area, or any
it's windows.
Yeah,
it's windows looking out on the view.
They don't always have to be on show in this case.
I see. I could just pop them in a drawer over there.
Pop them in a drawer. The thing is, something we haven't mentioned here is that there are two types of Feng Shui that I do. There are many different types of Feng Shui, but what I do there are two types: the classical Feng Shui and the intentional Feng Shui. Now, the intentional Feng Shui is what you see when you see on TikTok or on Instagram or on those reels about giving Feng Shui tips. Okay, that is intentional Feng Shui. But classical Feng Shui, I can never give you tips on that. It's impossible to give you tips on classical Feng Shui because it is totally personal to your home, to the direction that it's facing, to the sitting of your home, to the year of construction and the year that we're in. right? So it is. So there's no way that anyone can give you tips on
So it's
plastic.
very personalized,
It
isn't
is
it?
totally personal.
Mm.
You know, it's like someone giving a general reading to the world
Mm.
and then a personalized reading.
Yes.
Right?
Like for
So
your
that
birth
is,
chart, you have to have your
right.
time of birth and
Yeah,
place of
that's
birth.
it. That's it.
And then
So
that gives you your unique blueprint.
that's it. So the home also has, like its zodiac sign, it has its element. So this home is a
Mhm.
metal home. Now, does that align with me? Not particularly, because I'm wood and metal chops wood. Okay.
Mhm.
But of course, I'm not going to move home for that. But interestingly, my husband is fire. And so fire melts
Metal.
metal, and wood feeds fire. So we work, three of us together.
Ah, okay.
It's very
And
good.
do two wood people get on traditionally?
Yeah, they do, because there's a
Mm.
good understanding.
Hmm.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Okay.
They don't
Okay.
clash. They tend to get
Mhm.
on well.
Well, we
Yeah,
seem to have done over the
yeah,
years. So.
yeah. I mean, what are you? Because I'm a dog.
I'm a sheep.
Oh, you're a sheep, right?
Mm.
Okay. So a that might be a reason why we get on as well. But also, sorry, I'm looking at the chart over here. It's
No,
over here.
that's
That's
okay.
me. We're here. We're here. But anyway, but the wood. I mean, my sister is wood as well. So
Okay.
we it's
Okay.
good.
Because
Interestingly, yeah.
yeah, because
So
with astrology, obviously, certain signs will get on, but it's not
mhm,
always that way because
no,
also it depends on a person's rising sign and a lot of the other energy that's going on in the sign. So,
right,
or in
right,
that in
right,
the chart. So it's
right.
not
Yeah,
always just down to the sun sign.
no,
So
no,
presumably, if you would then break it down to sort of, wood sheep and wood dog
yeah,
and look at how all of that correlates and
yes,
matches up.
that's it. Yeah, that's
Mm.
right. That's right.
Would it be good feng shui to have, say, somewhere a wood sheep or a picture of whatever a wood sheep would look like? Do you see what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, that's perfect. Perfect.
Mm.
That would be really good to do that, actually. It would be really
Okay.
good. I like that. Yeah, I like that a lot because, I mean, spiritually, I mean, because, okay, it's not just Feng Shui I do. So I'm very much into spirit animals and power animals and everything. And when you know what your power animal is and your spirit animal, it is nice to have a little something
It's a
to,
sort of touchstone, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
to honor them. So we
Mm.
buy, so I have my spirit animal is fox, so I have my little fox, right? And
Mm.
around dotters around the house. But I have
Mm.
lots of power animals as well, and so I honor them in some way. So that would be it. That's a really good idea. Yeah,
Mm.
perfect. To have the
Maybe
wood
that's
sheep.
what I
I
should
like it.
do.
I like
Yeah.
it. I like it a lot.
So,
Yeah.
is there anything else that you feel is that people could do now to change the energy in their room if they're feeling stuck or blocked?
Yeah. It depends what area they really want to amplify, you know.
Hmm.
So I mean, we can talk about love,
Hmm.
right? Let's talk about love because it's sort of, it's an important area, and then love and money, for the love of
Okay,
things.
that
Okay,
covers a lot.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. So love, for instance, be aware of what message you're sending out in the bedroom. Look at the pictures that you have on the wall. What do they say to you? What are they saying to you?
Mm.
Because I went into one household and the pictures were really sad. They were beautiful but sad, And
Mm.
also then, if you're separated or divorced, don't have the divorce papers in the bedroom and don't have any photographs of your ex, even if
Mm.
it's in a box or something, or
Yes.
photo albums in the bedroom. Don't have any photo albums in the bedroom. No other photos should be in the bedroom except you and your partner. That no family photos should be in the bedroom. Nothing. We clear it
Mm.
out. Okay.
Mm. Mm.
Don't hang on to things which represent failed relationships. So I have another lady who has kept the engagement ring, which is really, really beautiful, you know, and difficult to let go of. I understand, but it's not doing anything for your future. You know, let go of it. Let go. You know, sell it. So you make sure that you don't have anything around the home which represents your ex relationships, because they represent failed relationships. So we need to get rid of them. Then you can add splashes of red in the bedroom. That's to encourage love and passion. Just splashes, not too much red, because you will because that's fire and it will keep you up all night. So we don't want that, right? And not in a good way. So we just want just a splash of red.
Yeah. So what helps people sleep better? Because some people get terrible problems sleeping.
Well, to sleep better, mirrors are not a good idea in the bedroom. You know, I know that lots of people have a whole wall of mirrors, you know, and then I ask them how they sleep, and they sleep really badly. So, and I know that's difficult to get rid of. You know, it's very difficult. So there is things that you can do with that. The mirrors, at least that face the bed, that are showing you, that reflects you in bed, you can either, you know, put that, what is it, like a clouded sheet over.
Okay. Or can you sort of like hang a ribbon down, like a red ribbon, just to change the energy flow? Hello, you've disappeared. Hello. Oh no, we've lost Charlotte. Oh my God. Charlotte.
Hello?
Oh, you're back. Oh, thank
Yeah.
goodness, you're back. Oh, that's all right. I'm glad I didn't stop recording. You're back.
So you can cover the mirrors, either put the, I can't think of the word now. You know, when you don't want people to look in through your windows, you put this clouded sheet on it.
Yes, I know.
Sticky thing on it. You can do that on the mirror, or you can, at the very least, have a screen in front of your bed, at the foot of your bed, you know, like for you can do that. So we just want to hide or disguise the mirror whilst you're sleeping, because that's going to be very difficult for you to sleep. Make sure that the bedside cabinets are symmetrical. We want quality in the bedroom. And a Feng Shui tip about relationships is 8 is a very auspicious number in Feng Shui. And so they put 8 empty hangers in your wardrobe if you're looking for a relationship.
Oh, wow, that's interesting.
Right. Yeah. And another amazing thing about Feng Shui is that there is something called peach blossom. Peach blossom. And now not everybody has it in their home, but and it changes yearly. But if you do have peach blossom in your home and you activate that with water, well, the love comes like straight away. It's unbelievable. But then the moment that relationship comes in, you need to deactivate peach blossom. So I am in a relationship. So I had peach blossom in my house, but I couldn't activate it. Activating that would bring in affairs and whatever.
Right. Interesting.
So if you're in a relationship, I would not activate it. But if you're looking for a relationship,
do you mean actually just the color, or
no? It is.
So how do you get peach blossom?
It depends on the year of construction. This is classical Feng Shui.
Oh, I see.
I would work it out with the flying
star.
I
see. You would work out what is the thing you need for your particular place.
Right. That's it.
And I think, you know, we'll start thinking about bringing this to a conclusion, but money. I know people are always thinking and worrying about money.
Yeah. So so the money area is in the southeast of your home, and so for intentional Feng Shui, I have a bowl of coins, And underneath it, I have a mirror, so it amplifies, the mirror amplifies everything you have. This is intentional Feng Shui. I also have all my affirmations in that area, which are financially, you know, motivated, these affirmations. And I have, you might have deities over there. In fact, I've just printed out, because Archangel Ariel is the...
Just lost your voice a bit.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me
You're
now?
back now. You're back now.
So Archangel Ariel is
Uh-huh.
the angel of abundance. So I printed out lots of pictures of her. I'm about to cut them out and put them in the southeast area. But it can be with different goddesses that, you know, whoever you believe in. So it could be Lakshmi, you know. I have a picture of her. It can be Goddess Fortuna, and you can put her there as well. So, you know, it's this is, we're talking about intentional Feng Shui here.
Yes.
So, and intentional Feng Shui is very strong. It makes up, let's say, 45% of the energy in your home, right? The classical Feng Shui then brings it all together. Okay. So, but
yeah, no, I was just thinking, and what's interesting with that is the actual action you are taking as the person, doing this intentional ritual, in a sense, is a big message to your energy to get on the frequency of that which you want to create.
Yes,
exactly.
I know.
Yes.
Yeah, it is. It's wonderful. It all falls into place. And, you know, Penny, you know, that because we've been on this sort of energy journey for a long time. So we understand this about aligning ourselves with the correct frequency that we're trying to create.
Yes.
So this all falls into place, doesn't it? It all makes sense, right? Okay. So doing these things, also having purple in your money quarter of the home is good. So an amethyst crystal would be really good. I see you've got an amethyst, big amethyst light behind you.
This is south. That's facing south.
Okay. Well, south is good because it's also how you want to shine your light, isn't it? Right?
Okay.
That's how you want to shine your light. You want to present yourself in the world, right? So it's good. It's a spiritual area, but we can have, but there are other areas. Sorry, I'm sort of jumping from one to another. It's so exciting. There's so much to talk about.
I can tell you are so passionate about it.
God, come and do this. You've got to do this because it is life changing. It just changes everything. I mean,
so tell everybody how they can find you.
Well, you can find me on either on my Facebook page, which is Love and Light Reiki, or on my Instagram page, which is Charlie's Angels 333. So you can find me there, and then we can set up an appointment for a consultation online about Feng Shui, and I'll tell you all about it. I'll tell you what it involves. Okay, just one more thing before we
no, it's okay.
Like classical Feng Shui changes yearly. Okay, so the remedies that we put in place for this year have to change by February, the Chinese New Year next year. Okay, they change. The classical Feng Shui. Intentional Feng Shui never changes.
Right.
It always stays the same. Okay.
Right.
So all I do with the intentional yearly is I give it a boost, you know, an energy boost. I might rewrite the symbols again. So in my love corner, I have a statue of Kuan Yin. Right?
Oh, Kuan Yin, yes.
The goddess of love. Yes. So I might just, you know, sage everything and just, you know, revamp a little bit.
Yeah.
But the classical, I need to change. So the remedies, the water, the fire, the metal, I may need to change them yearly. Not I may, I will have to change them, right?
So actually it's an ongoing relationship with a client, isn't it? To change every year, you know, for them to look at what they want to bring in, manifest this year, and actually look at the best way to actually bring that about.
You have to trust. You have to trust and have faith that spirit wants the best for you. They
Yes.
want you to have
Yes.
everything, and they want you to have all the desire, everything you desire, as long as
Yeah.
it, you know,
Yeah.
is good for you and anyone else around you. Okay,
Yeah.
so so they want, you have to trust this, because everybody is looking for instant gratification, right?
Oh, yes.
They come for a Reiki session, or not my clients. My clients are wonderful, and they know how it works, but they come and they expect everything to be cleared in one session.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, this is a journey
Mm.
that
You know, it takes two, doesn't it? It's not
no,
just about receiving something, it's
no,
about the interaction
yes,
between the
yes,
healer and the client,
that's right.
in whatever modality you're looking at.
Whatever it is, we need to trust the process. And
Yes.
so trust the
Yeah.
process of Feng Shui. It will bring you what is best for you. And
Yeah.
and also we have to understand that we are only human. Most of the time, what we think is good for us isn't, right?
Yes,
Or it
true.
may
It's
not be
true.
necessarily.
It's true.
So we need to
Mm.
trust. It's where faith comes in. We have to trust the spirit and the energies that they
Mm.
want best for us, and
Mm.
then we can work with them. Yeah,
Fantastic.
yeah.
Charlotte, this has been fabulous. I'm sure I'm going to invite you back to talk about some other things, because I've got some ideas as we've been chatting, which I'll talk to you
Yeah.
about
Oh,
afterwards.
lovely,
And
lovely.
and I just want to say thank you so much, Charlotte, for introducing the subject of Feng Shui for everybody. And remember, if you do want to make an appointment with Charlotte, if you've forgotten all the information, I will put it in the description box underneath the video, and you can always contact me and I can put you in touch with Charlotte. And in the meantime, what else have I got to say apart from thank you very much?
Thank you.
Please remember, everybody, to like, comment, and subscribe and share. And thank you, Charlotte. I'm going to
Thank you.
press stop record, but don't go, because we'll
No.
talk when I switch off. And thank you, everybody,
Thank
and
you,
hope
everyone. Thank
hope
you.
you've enjoyed it. Thanks ever so much. Okay, bye for now. Bye, guys. Bye.